One day I'm on the Syrian border.
Well, he's back for yet another horrifying tale. Take a listen to this one, y'all. Look at his facial expressions while he's telling the story and his mannerisms. Let me know what you think. Is he telling the truth? I really think he is.
Viewer discretion advised.
And we're in this building that looks like a school and kind of looks like a apartment complex, like the projects, but not really. It's kind of hard to explain. But my fire team and I, we're resting because we just got into this place. Other people are on security right now, so we're resting. And then, like, every couple seconds, we start taking mortar fire, but it's not accurate. So me and my fire team, we're playing rock, paper, scissors, y'all, to see who will go on the roof or who would be like on the shaded balcony. I go undefeated. I'm like, hell yeah, fuck y'all, get up there on that roof. I'm gonna be in the shade. So me and like 3 or 4 other Marines are on this balcony, and we're looking like towards the Syrian border. There's like a little hill, like a sand hill kinda. And like I know there's tunnels like all through this place. And it's like these fighters just like emerged out of this mound. Like I tell myself all the time, like it has to be a tunnel in the mound. But the way they come out of it, it's not like they're crawling out of a hole or something. It's just like they rise out of the fucking ground. So immediately we're firing. I mean, we're firing everything we got. Anything that we got, we are using. And like I'm hearing Marines saying something. I can't quite hear because of all the fire. But when I do hear, what I heard was somebody screaming, headshots from here on out. Only headshots. There's a guy running down the street with an RPG. And he's getting hit the fuck up for entertainment purposes only. Like he's running with an RPG and you can see his body like shaking from the rounds he's taken in his upper body. So he gets hit enough times where he falls down backwards, but he sits up. He had at least like 30 rounds in him. This guy sits up, like how you sit in a chair, but he's on the ground with the RPG. And next thing I know, wham, his head goes back. He falls backwards and the RPG goes up in the air. And I think it hits a farmer's yard. Blows all of his cows to pieces. That shit had me so fucking spooked. It's kind of hard to talk about, actually.
The well to hell in Siberia. Russians drop mic to see what they can hear. This is the sound they heard.
Okay, so I'm gonna start this video off by saying I'm not super anyway. This is structured filtered water and
Listen to this kid explain how water can create electricity. Stick around to the end because I have a theory of a real-world example of that taking place, of what he explains taking place. Check it out.
this is insane. So what happens when there's this dipole is that these oxygens will be passing, or these waters will be passing by, right? So they're flowing. And now, say this is your H2O and it's oriented like this, it will rotate because the hydrogen is attracted to the oxygen. Now this seems trivial, but it's not, because all of a sudden, what just happened was it's creating an electric current. So since this acts as a dipole, it creates a magnetic field. Since these hydrogens are shifting their structure, shifting around it, it spirals up through it. And it creates, if you want to visualize it, it creates this, you can draw it again. It creates essentially this magnetic field which coils around the structure. Looks like a crystal, huh? So this is, as you know, magnetic fields. This is generating, so this is the B field, is generating an electric current running through the center of this, which is creating, out of nothing, creating an electric field.
Pretty interesting stuff, right? Well, I don't know about y'all, but my first thought was the North Pole, and that is Rupes Negra, or black rock. Take a look at this video. Allegedly, this rock is why all compasses point due north. I'm thinking, after watching this kid's video, if you watch how the water was rotating around said rock, it's actually the water's current creating the electrical magnetic field. So our magnetic field, period, is being created by the water, the ocean water, essentially swirling around this black rock. And it creates the entire Earth's magnetic field. It's also said that that is responsible for the tide. Just a little food for thought.
Let me know what you think in the comments. Dolphins and sharks ended up in pools after Hurricane Melissa in Jamaica.
So that explains. No matter, it's not AI. Sometimes we're not to be too quick to run with things that we see or hear other people say online, because there are literally persons in the comment section trying to convince other persons to believe that it's actually AI when it's not. We're actually live now and persons are still saying it's AI on the live.
Oh my God, the whole ocean's on the street. This is Jamaica right now. The water came all the way up to the hotel. Look at this, that's a shark. Oh no, there's another one over there. I can't believe it. The sea's just pouring in. Everything's under. The pool's gone. Please let this...
On Tuesday, October 28, 2025, a transport truck carrying research primates overturned on Interstate 59 just north of Heidelberg, Mississippi in Jasper County, mile marker 117. The truck was carrying, reportedly, around 21 of the species Rhesus macaque, often used in biomedical research. After the crash, crates marked live animals were found crumbled alongside the highway, and video showed monkeys crawling through the tall grass near the scene. The local law enforcement agency, the Jasper County Sheriff's Office, issued a warning. The monkeys were aggressive to humans, and they initially claimed the animals carried diseases like herpes, hepatitis C, and COVID-19. Later, a statement from Tulane University, specifically its National Biomedical Research Center, clarified they did not own or transport the monkeys. The monkeys in question were not infectious or exposed to any pathogens. Of the transported monkeys, some were recovered, captured, and several were destroyed under uncertainty, and as of the last update, 3 monkeys remain missing. It remains unclear who owned and was transporting the monkeys. Tulane says they housed them, but did not transport or own this specific cohort. Why the crash happened is under investigation. The vehicle overturned and details like driver fatigue, mechanical failure, or weather are not publicly settled. The status of the missing monkeys, authorities are using traps, animal care specialists, and protective gear because these are considered potentially dangerous. Why this matters is transporting live research animals across state lines raises major biosecurity, animal welfare, and public safety issues. The ambiguity here shows those systems aren't always fully transparent. The initial disease claims highlight how fear and uncertainty can lead to dramatic responses, i.e., the destroying of the monkeys under the assumption they posed a disease risk. But when Tulane checked, they found the monkeys were pathogen-free. For residents in the area, free-roaming primates are not just odd, they're potentially risky. They escape the aggression and ecological disruption. Thus, the do not approach warning from authorities. What do you guys think? Do you think they're telling the truth or not? Could they have been actually diseased? It's hard to say. The reports are saying no, so initially you have to kind of go with what they're saying, but I think it could be questionable, especially because Tulane claimed they didn't know who transported it, but they actually did house the monkeys. Very odd. They should have more information about exactly who transported. And the fact that they don't definitely raises some red flags. Let me know what you think in the comments.
My age is 141 years old now.
You are 141 years old?
Right now.
Listen to what this woman says about how she was able to live to 141 years old. Do you believe her? Let me know in the comments.
Oh my. So is your medicine make you live so long?
I mean, I have no sugar. I have no pressure. I mean, I have no heart attack. I have no pain. I know my farm. I do everything said me.
How long did it take you to perfect your formula?
Well, I work with the moon. And the moon is that give you like when the moon is kind of full and the new moon is try to prepare your herbs. And before the moon full, then you will boil your herbs. So I do soak my herbs, and after soaking them, then I throw them off and prepare them, put them into the bottle and so forth. So I work with humanity. I'm a healer through the power of the Most High. So I heal through the herbs and water. So no matter what the problem you have, there's something in the herbs for you. Because the Most High said, every leaves of the tree are healing of the nation. You know what I mean? So then we must attain ourselves to the herbs. Yeah? And the herb will heal us.
Wait till the end. Shortly after her family moved into a new home, this little girl started having terrible night terrors. She would describe a demon-like creature crawling from under her bed. Then it would bite her over and over again. Her mother figured she was just having bad dreams until this happens.
Are we scared, baby? Come on here, pickle. Come here, pickle. Come on, pickle. It's okay. There's the vent right there, baby. See? The vent pushes the door. You're fine, okay? Are you a big girl? If you're scared, just remember, baby Lenny's here, mommy's here. We're all gonna be together in the same house. It's gonna be okay. Let's go to bed. What's wrong, Cora? Sweetie, what are you afraid of? You're scaring me, honey. I don't see anything.
Tell me why Teslas pick up ghostly apparitions in the cemetery.
Somebody says if you come to the cemetery, the cameras pick up ghosts.
There is one.
Holy shit, it is seeing stuff. Did you see it?
Yes. Yes.
Look, it is pulling stuff up. Look at that.
Dude.
That shit's creepy. Look
Oh
at
my
that.
god.
And there's nobody there.
Nobody.
Look at this. What the hell? It's walking in front of the car. What is this? It's next to the car. Oh my God, look, it's walking around. Oh, look, it's next to me. What the hell? There's nobody here. What the hell is this? Look, it's walking behind the car. Oh, what the heck is that? Whoa, look at this. It's got 2 now. 3, 4. What the heck is this? Man, this is weird. Look at... That's weird. That's weird. What are they doing? That's weird. There's nobody there. There's 4, 6 of them. That's freaky. Look at this. That's weird. Look at that. Nobody there. Nobody there. Wow.
It's a Esteban. Oh my goodness.
Look. There's a lot of fucking people here. This one hasn't even good.
How AI sees the Matrix.
We say, Yahweh, your way, not our way, your way, Yahweh.
I swear I wanted to be like the Amy Grant of music. Yeah. But it didn't work out, and so I sold my soul to the devil. Yeah, I released a gospel record when I was 15 because I grew up in a household where all I ever did was listen to gospel music, and my parents are both traveling ministers, and so
the guy that was preaching at the revivals, he came up to me out of a few thousand people and said, you're gonna sing.
Many people in the world will never truly be so free. Yeah, only reason that I live is Christ come down and died for you and me. I live because
kind of sang about, you know, what was going on in my life at 15, and that's how I got introduced to the music industry. 'Cause I swear I wanted to be like the Amy Grant of music. Yeah. But it didn't work out, and so I sold my soul to the devil.
Well, Jimmy, hell is where our agents make our deals with the devil.
Oh, that explains that.
Sold my soul to the devil. This is the first time I'm wearing a long dress, so soak it in, America.
Oh, I've just been in a really weird mental state lately.
You've been in a weird mental state?
Yeah, I keep finding these bites all over my body, like that one, and I don't know where they're coming from. So
You actually do have a bite there.
I spend most of my days wondering where these.
Well, have you been to a doctor? I mean, maybe you should get these checked.
No. I think it's a spiritual problem more than anything.
In what way is it a spiritual problem?
Well, I don't know. I feel like if it's not a physical thing, it's like a evil manifestation of spirits that are karmic related. I don't know.
On behalf of Amy, I'd like to thank the devil and all the dark lords who
don't do the devil stuff.
Gave her this award. The devil stuff. Allowed her to feast on the flesh of the enemy.
Thanks, everybody.
So did you sell your soul, and if so, how much did you sell it for?
I sold my soul for about $55.
Only 55? It wasn't even worth 100?
No.
The devil took all the producers, the musicians, the designers, moved us all out to Hollywood, moved us all out to New York, chasing gold statues. Literally signing a contract and selling our souls. They got contracts out there that say you can't say Jesus.
Why do you still do it? Why are you still out here?
Well, it goes back to the destiny thing. I made a bargain with it, a long time ago, and I'm holding up my end.
What was your bargain?
To get where I am now.
Should I ask who you made the bargain with?
with the chief commander.
On this earth?
And on this earth, and then in a world we can't see.
This journalist does some deep diving on deep underground military bases, and he shows you a first-hand look at what goes on at these facilities. It's mind-blowing. Take a listen. In 2013, a video was uploaded to YouTube of a trucker talking to a man about a massive underground secret city that was being built in the United States. They had to take the tunnel 100 miles in to reach this place, and apparently there were more of them. Check it out.
Goes all the way to Washington, D.C., huh? Goes all the way to Washington, D.C. Yeah, you security? Yeah. How far have you taken this down to, how far have you actually ran a load? 100 miles? Up to Maine? No shit. How many miles do you think that is? Man, that's unbelievable. Not to mention, I heard there's one that goes all the way to Colorado, right? Unbelievable. What do you think you're hauling? Any idea? Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Crack makes all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
You don't really know.
Yeah. I know there's been a lot of military stuff being hauled around lately, that's for sure, huh?
Yeah, we deliver to military.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I appreciate. I heard there's water supply, food supply, everything's in there. Yeah, unbelievable.
You don't get no cell phone service.
No. Peace, brother. I mean, basically, you got an underground roadway system here that runs all the way to Maine, to Washington, D.C., to Colorado. It's fully stocked. It runs completely underground. And this is stocked with food, water, everything they need. It's an underground city. So this is the north entrance, and we're going to go see if we can do some more digging.
A story that makes me believe 100% that I was a part of a hybridization program.
Y'all, this is one of the craziest abduction stories I've ever heard. Listen to what this guy says. It's absolutely mind-blowing.
So in this particular moment, it was in Oviedo, Florida, and it was nighttime. The memory starts, I'm holding my son's hand, I'm in the driveway, we're both looking up, and there's a massive, massive UFO in the sky. It was a darker, metalish color. It didn't look man-made at all. It did have indentations in it, in which light was coming out of it, and there was a mist coming off of it, like a purplish, velvetish mist that kind of sparkled and sprinkled down. I just remember going from seeing this massive UFO on my driveway to walking down a long hallway. Now, it felt like the hallway went forever. It was well lit. It was almost like atmosphere. I don't know how the light got there. It was just lit. It looked almost 3D printed. And we was walking down the hallway. Now, I'm holding my son's hand, and to the left of me, there's a very tall being. It was about Shaq height. I'm 6'1", and it dwarfed me. It looked identical to a gray. It's just a smaller head and a way longer neck. I was holding his hand. I just remember about the hands. It just drives me crazy. It's how it wrapped around my whole hand. Those fingers, man, they wrap all the way to the back of my hand and around. But the weirdest thing is, I'm standing next to this being and I'm not scared. There's no fear going through my body. I remember looking up at it, and this is the best way I could explain it. I do it all the time. It looks at me like this. Like the way it tweaked his neck to look back down at me, the way it curved his neck to look down at me, it was just, to this day, it still creeps me out. And I just remember looking down, being okay with it, and my son walking with me and holding his hand was another tall gray. So now we're walking down this hallway, and we come across what I know to be a two-way mirror now, but at the time it just looked like a window. What I see when I look inside this window is, it looked almost like a lobby of a children's hospital. You know how they put murals on the wall, kind of like a bear in a conga line with a bunch of other kids and then a tiger at the end. And there was some toys in the corner. There was a circular rug and a rocking chair on top of that rug. So as I'm looking at this, one of the grays grabbed my son and gently walks him into this room in which I'm looking into. My son almost already knew what to do, which was weird. My son literally just walked into the room and sat Indian style in the right side of the corner. I can see an archway in the back right side of the room, and in that archway, some kids start walking in. And they walked in and they just didn't look human. The eyes gave it away. The very small ears, the little petite mouth, and the big eyes give it away. It wasn't big black eyes on these kids. They were like, some of them were blue, green eyes. You could see the whites in their eyes, and you could see the pupil. And the hair was very thin, very frail. And they had almost like hospital gowns that look like gauze. And they sit in Indian style and they form a circle with my son. One of the beings bring like a white feather or like a white material paper or something. It's just white. And they're starting to just making it float without touching it. So it's kind of like they're playing catch, but they're not touching the item. So I guess they were like practicing or teaching my son telekinesis. This is what it felt like. They were just having fun playing. I'm wondering why I'm watching this, but I'm totally fine with it. Then the gray grabs me by the hand and walks me into the same room and sits me right in the rocking chair. It was a mirror, and I can see whatever was behind me reflecting off the mirror. I'm staring, that's how I knew it was a two-way mirror. And I'm staring at it. In the mirror, I could see this hybrid lady come in. And she walked in and she handed me a baby. And I just remember looking at her, noticing she wasn't human, but she was very kind. It wasn't like, here's a baby. It was more like, very gentle. Everything's very gentle. So she gives me this baby, and then it gives me a bottle. And I'm looking at the baby, and I'm noticing the baby is just very pale. The eyes were really black, but really almost sunk in. The hair was really like dead, almost looking gray. These were grays, like they had the gray, the complete black gray eyes, like the hybrid grays. The kids had human looking eyes. It was almost like they wanted me to give it love and feed it. Like, how do you nourish it? How do you make it live? And I just remember seeing the gray watching me do it. And it's just intensely like, almost like it's learning. I get the sense of connection that is mine. I felt like they were like, the only person that could give this thing love is his parents. Like it's his father, it's his connection. Maybe it's dying, like the dad's not here to comfort it and show it love and make it live, make it want to live. I have the sense that this is my baby. It's mine.